As Stefan said, it's a real important moment for European competitiveness, for European innovators. And I think that today the College improving this strategy has taken an important step to make Europe the best place for innovators. The best place to start, to scale, and to stay. What you said, it was really very important. Our President made it very clear when she announced the new college 6 months ago in the Parliament that startups and scale-ups are top priority for this Commission. And I hope that today we deliver on that promise. Our innovators don't just build companies, they create jobs, I would say high-quality jobs. They turn the ideas into the solution that improve and sometimes save lives. The good news is that we are not starting from scratch. We are home to 35,000 early-stage startups. We don't lack talent. We don't lack ideas. And now we need a plan how to maximize this potential. And I believe that this strategy, with the 5 areas of action, is present this plan. These 5 areas are innovation-friendly regulation, better finance, fast market uptake and expansion, and support for the best talent, and last but not least, access to infrastructure, networks, and services. Let me tell you more about each of them. First, innovation-friendly regulation. Europe is recognized for its strong regulatory standards, providing stability and trust in EU and non-EU investors. And in the current geopolitical situation, I think this is very important and this predictability matters. At the same time, a European innovator who wants to start a company from zero struggles with 27 different company rules, taxation regimes, and ways to test his or her ideas. This is why we introduced the 28th regime for innovative companies. Digital by default, borderless by design, it will give the innovative companies the option to operate under a single and simple set of rules. The European Innovation Act will support startups and growing companies across Europe. Also, regulatory sandboxes will offer startups a safe place to test their ideas in real time. Sandboxes not only help startups, but also build trust with authorities, attract investment, and when used for local projects can grow communities. The second action, or pillar, better finance for startups and scale-ups. Capital matters, and the good news is that Europe has it. But we need to connect all this capital to the needs of our innovators. The European Union public sector has been quite instrumental in developing the venture capital investments, and we see good results in the seed phase, as Stefan said in his introduction. But a clear funding gap persists when it comes to the scale financing of high-risk, capital-intensive technologies. To address key challenges in the functioning of the EU capital market and reduce market fragmentation, the Commission is implementing the Saving and Investment Union strategy. We will team up with the private investors to create the Scale-up Europe Fund, part of our European Innovation Council Fund. Why we are proposing the Scale-up Europe Fund? Let me provide some figures. For financing rounds above 50 million euro, European Union offers 1/7 of the capital available in the United States. We need a larger and better integrated EU venture capital market with more involvement of European institutional investors. In line with the political guidance, we will expand and simplify our European Innovation Council. Let me tell you that our European Innovation Council is one of the largest deep tech venture capital funds with the potential to raise 20 billion euro in financing for startups until 2027. The idea of the Scaleups Europe Fund is that provides direct equity participation for ticket size above the STEP program. The STEP program, for those who don't know, is up to 30 million euros. The fund will have a dual mission. First, it will secure that promising startups and scale-ups can grow in the EU. It will target sectors like biotech, quantum, AI, space, clean tech, and dual-use technologies, and so on and so forth. By doing so, the Scaleups Europe Fund will contribute to the technology sovereignty and economic security of the European Union. And second, the fund will be market-based and profit-making. The rationale here is straightforward. We cannot solve the big scale-up gap only with public money. Therefore, the strong emphasis on having private investors and private fund managers in this fund. The Scaleups Europe Fund will be complementary to the activities of the EIB and the EIF, who, as you know, don't do direct equity investment, they invest in funds and funds. The Commission, another very important measure in this chapter, so sorry that I spent so much time on this, but this is really a big issue of improve financial access to our innovators. Also very important action in this chapter is the Commission, in coordination with the EIB group, we work with large institutional investors to develop a voluntary European Innovation Investment Pact for those who commit to invest part of their assets under management into European Union funds of funds, venture capital funds, and unlisted scale-ups. The Commission will also work with the corporate sector and to create a European corporate network to better integrate large companies, corporate venture investors, and corporate procurers into the EU's innovation ecosystem and benefit from innovative solutions developed by the startups. The third chapter is fast market uptake and expansion. The successful commercialization into innovative products relies on a mix of risk-tolerant capital, market demand, and public support. We have the biggest market in the world of 450 million people, but in Europe, translating research into commercial success is still difficult. Why? While universities account for over 10% of patents filed at the European Patent Office, only 1/3 of those patents are commercially exploited. Additionally, the public procurement process in many European member states' countries is overly risk-averse, favouring established providers over startups. In the context of the revision of the EU Public Procurement Directive, the Commission will seek ways to improve and simplify the access to public procurement, taking into account the needs of startups and scale-ups, and I look forward to work together with Stefan and his team on this. The Commission will launch a Lab to Unicorn initiative to accelerate the commercialization of research results. Under this initiative, the Commission will support leading European startup and scale-up hubs, which we have, rooted in strong university ecosystems, to network and collaborate across borders. Support for the best talent in Europe. Very important part. 59% of startups in Europe have remotely distributed teams. And when it comes to the engineering teams, the number is 78% of engineering teams work remotely. This trend has helped prevent regional brain drain and enable startups to access a wider pool of European talent while minimizing operational costs. However, work in remote cross-border teams is difficult due to the complex of tax and social security obligations. Startups often cannot match the salaries and benefits offered by larger companies, making it difficult to attract top employees. The complexity around employee stock options, such as differences in tax treatment across EU, make it even more difficult for them to attract the best talent that they need. As part of Choose Europe campaign, we will roll out a blue carpet initiative for global talent. We will facilitate visas to attract top entrepreneurs and skilled workers who want to build a better future here with us. We will also explore the best practices concerning the treatment of employee stock options for startups, including considering legislative measures to harmonize certain aspects of their treatment. And finally, last but not least, access to infrastructure, networks and services. Access to excellent infrastructure is really crucial for the startups to be able to develop the ideas and to bring them to the market. So that's why the Commission is already working since years to give access to our innovators and our researchers to state-of-the-art, world-class infrastructure. So we will continue to do so through the developing charter of access for industrial users to research and technology infrastructures, continue to work on better access to AI computing facilities for the startups and innovators. So these are just some of the measures. I want to conclude that this is just the beginning, a promising first step, but what is really important is implementing the strategy. So this is a long-term, sustained effort to put all the 25 measures that we have in the real actions. And this is really a teamwork. I want to thank all the members of the college who have supported this strategy, but to the members of the startup community who I met during this journey. They were very active. We are working together, brainstorming together, and I want to mention some of them. Sorry that I forget something. I cannot mention all the excellent people that I met during this work. It's Simon Schäfer, Quark Parson, Kat Borunian, Bart Bex, Tom Wehmeyer, and so on and so forth. So once again, thank you for everything, and I want to conclude with this. Choose Europe for startups and scale-ups.